What's going on, everybody? I'm Tammy. You're on TammyTalks.com. As I promised, I am going to start doing more video blogs. As I stated around the beginning of the year, there are a lot of topics that I don't necessarily talk about on my blog that I delve more into on my Twitter account. So a lot of people who may miss my tweets when I do post them, or just kind of want to get a little more insight, because I mean a tweet is only 140 characters. Want to get little more insight into actually what I do mean, or what I actually do feel about different various pop culture topics, or different entertainment news things. So I'm going to be doing more video blogs. So actually, in today's video, I'm going to talk about a little bit about Whitney Houston's funeral and the controversy that surrounded that. I do have some opinions on the Bobbi Kristina rumors that are floating through the airwaves right now. A little bit about Basketball Wives, and then I'll wrap up with Rihanna and Chris Brown's their two duet songs that they did just recently released. So stay tuned. Whitney Houston. It seems like Whitney Houston's funeral took a toll on a lot of people, more so emotionally than Michael Jackson's did, which is kind of weird. It feels like more people felt kind of emotionally attached to Whitney. A lot of people say that it feels like we kind of knew her. Her music kind of touched you in a different way that maybe another artist's music didn't touch you. I watched her funeral, which was a little under 4 hours long. I watched it on CNN, and I did a live tweet throughout it. And I felt drained afterwards. Like, I really did go to a funeral. I think it was beautifully done. Kevin Costner did an awesome job with his eulogy. Tyler Perry did a wonderful, wonderful job with his eulogy. The singing was great. Kim Burrell almost brought me to tears. R. Kelly, Alicia Keys, Stevie Wonder, CeCe Winans. I thought that it was just beautifully done. I like the fact that it felt like we were at church, and the fact that the Houston family did allow that one camera in there. They gave the public looks like they gave the public closure regarding the whole situation. A lot of people were saying that it's not fair. They should have had a public memorial, and they should have done something for the fans. But I think that was more than enough for the fans. The fact that was a private ceremony. It was essentially going to a black funeral, as they reported on CNN, and it really felt like we were invited into the Houston's home with that. So I did really enjoy the service. I mean, it's a funeral, so as much as you can enjoy it, but I really do think it was beautifully done. The end, when they kind of lifted her casket up on their shoulders, like it sent such a chill through my body just watching that. And it's like I can't even listen to that song right now because it kind of makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Like, it just kind of had such an effect on me, as a lot of people did say it did have on them. So once again, Whitney, rest in peace. Bobbi Kristina. I mean, if you know, Bobbi Kristina is Whitney Houston's only biological child. Um, I think the media has been so ridiculous involving her. And I think what a lot of people are failing to realize is, while we lost an icon, we lost a musical legend, she lost her mother. And a lot of people, when it comes to celebrities, we kind of take for granted that they are people. They're real people. We kind of think of them as this, like, immortal being, and like we kind of just focus on them for their music. But she was a mother, and you can tell that Bobbi Kristina idolized, worshipped her mother. The rumor patrol was in full force actually starting Saturday night after the funeral. There were reports from, allegedly reports from a family source that claims that Bobbi Kristina did go missing for a couple of hours. She didn't go to the repast, and they're allegedly saying that she was getting high in a hotel room, and other reports are saying allegedly that she was drunk. And I just kind of think that the story, there's no real validity to the story. You really can't get to the bottom of it. There's really no way to tell what exactly happened. The family went into damage control and tried to do it. Darlene Love, who was Whitney Houston's godmother, did an interview on, I believe it was Good Morning America, and she was saying that no, Bobbi Kristina has been in our sights, in our presence, the entire weekend. She never left our side. She was at the repast. And then later Monday night, Gayle King was on Entertainment Tonight, and she's like, yeah, we were at the repast, but Bobbi Kristina wasn't there because we gave her the option not to go, and she was with her sober coach. Andre Harrell, who's a very respected person in the music industry, a friend of the Houston family, tweeted that she allegedly got shipped off to rehab because she did disappear Saturday night after the funeral. And my thing is, so what? You have to understand, this is an 18-year-old child who lost their parent, their world. Like, their world has been completely turned upside down. She's mourning publicly. I just think that whichever family sold out that story for whatever amount of money they got should just feel ridiculous. Like, give the girl time to grieve. You just can't believe the stories that are going on about it. But Bobbi Kristina, you're definitely in our prayers here at Tammy Talks. You have the world praying for you. She's surrounded by family, by friends, and she'll be fine. I just think the media needs to just back off, because they're definitely waiting on the slightest thing that they think she's gonna crack to kind of nail her with and just go full force and attack her with. Like, we all saw the reports last year when she was allegedly using cocaine, and she took to her Twitter to say that it wasn't what it looked like. And my thing is, it's hard enough being a teenager in America at this time, but when you're growing up as a celebrity teen and your parents had such, controversial lives, and you were kind of always in that spotlight, that it's hard to have to go through something as drastic as the death of a parent, but to have to go through it publicly and have everything that you're doing kind of picked apart. So I just think the media just needs to just fall back, relax, and just kind of let that go. Basketball Wives is back, season 4. If you didn't miss my exclusive interview with Evelyn Lozada, the link to that interview will be posted in the more info box below. If you're on TammyTalks.com, it'll be underneath this video in the post. I kind of didn't pay attention to Basketball Wives last night. It just seemed like so much was going on the episode. There was the issue with the entire episode kind of focused on introducing us to the new characters, Keisha and Kenya. Then there was the thing between Jennifer and Evelyn. As far as this goes, my take on that actual argument, it kind of seems like Evelyn may be overreacting, but it's ridiculous for Jennifer to not approve or proofread what goes on her website. And it seems like whenever they do, or the past 2 arguments that they've had on TV, it's Evelyn's looking for Jennifer to own up and take some responsibility for what happens. And as usual, Jennifer tries to act like a hard ass, and then when she sees that Evelyn's not backing off, she ends up crying. The quote of the night was definitely "save the crocodile tears for your publicist," which is a very true statement. I don't know how you can not proofread something that goes on your website or that goes on your blog. You're a public figure. You're a reality star. You're a socialite. You're a celebrity. So you have to be more cautious with the things that you do nowadays. As far as the new characters go, I don't know. There wasn't enough information about them, but it does seem like some stuff does get kicked off. If you guys have seen the super trailer, that they are airing on TV. Otherwise, if you do a quick search on Tammy Talks, you can see the super trailer. But it just seems like basketball-wise, it's just getting messier and messier and messier to the point where I think they're going to lose a lot of viewers based on the number of actual physical fights and confrontations that are going to happen. I know Wendy Williams even said that she won't be watching it this season. It's kind of hard to take a show serious when there are 30 to 40-year-old women fighting like teenagers over Twitter and the internet. But nonetheless, I'll be watching. You can check back on Tammy Talks. I'll try to do a blog about it every weekend. Every week, just to kind of, give you guys a brief update on my opinion on how the episode went. Rihanna and Chris Brown. I'm actually gonna put the song on. Let me play a snippet. Let me play the song in the background. Cake. Now I'm not a huge. It's not a secret. I'm not a huge Rihanna fan. I never have been. I like her music. Her first couple albums, pre. When they had the infamous fight or whatever. But I feel like her music after that was just kind of I'm definitely not a fan of it. But her earlier music I love. Now I did get a chance to her latest album, Talk That Talk, and Birthday Cake did initially catch my ear. So I kind of was like, oh wow, it's just the interlude. So when she took to Twitter and said that she was looking for someone to star on the remix to the song with her, a lot of people initially were like, oh, she should get Chris Brown, just kind of as a joke. So when news broke last week that Chris Brown was indeed going to be on the song, hell broke loose. The song was released last night on Rihanna's birthday, and I love the remix. It's not appropriate for radio, so it probably won't ever get a chance to be a single. But it's you can definitely tell that there is sexual tension between them. They haven't stopped loving each other. They're still very much attracted to each other. They're still connected in some way. Career suicide. I don't think it was a smart move by Rihanna. In a way I agree with, and in a way I don't. Why I agree with it is it shows that she's in control of her music. She's going to do whatever the hell she wants to. In a way, it kind of shows that she does support him, that she's forgiving him. And I think the world needs to just forgive him and just kind of let it go. Another treat was that Chris Brown's song Turn Up the Music features Rihanna on his remix. So, I mean, it goes to show both songs came out really, really good. I wasn't a fan, initially I wasn't a fan of Turn Up the Music. I'm not liking Chris Brown's whole kind of techno disco pop version route that he's going right now. I'm personally not a fan of it per se, but the Turn Up the Music remix, I actually did enjoy Rihanna's part on there, but I just think that it's gonna backfire on her in a way that she may not be prepared for with her career. The backlash has already started. Actually, last night there were reports that some of her Tumblr fan pages of her, the Rihanna Navy, were deleted. Some of her Facebook support pages, some of her Twitter pages, they've been kind of coming down. I just kind of think that it's going to backfire, and it's going to have a bigger backlash than Rihanna is initially expecting to happen. So, I mean, I do wish the best for both of them, but I do think that Rihanna's career is definitely going to suffer from this. But, I mean, I do tip my hat to her for taking a stance and just saying that it's my career. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to support Chris Brown. I've forgiven him, so the world should too. How do you guys feel about that? Alright, thanks once again for checking out TammyTalks.com, Tammy Talks TV. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Be sure to leave your comments, concerns, questions, whatever, down below the video. If you're on TammyTalks.com, you can leave those right in the comment section of the blog underneath the post. If you are watching this on YouTube, Don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe to my blog. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at TammyTalks. Other than that, peace.